Well, in FF14, the viewers gave permission to pay attention to the story, so there is that, unless being silent causes you distress when live. Peck, it's not that being silent causes me distress, or that the viewers did or didn't give me permission. It's that it's a different gameplay experience. I am streaming to entertain. Sitting and watching a cutscene is not entertaining for a lot of people who don't actually care about Final Fantasy XIV. If someone joins the stream because they've seen some of my YouTube videos and they join during a 7 or 8 minute long cutscene and I'm just sat there in silence, that person is going to leave. That is not a good stream. It might be a good cutscene, it might be a good bit of entertaining for the person who's experiencing the game, but it's not good as far as the engaged audience that are there to watch me find it. So it's very, very important to understand that a lot of people say to Twitch streamers, oh, just stream however you want, don't worry, we'll be there no matter what. Numerically, no, people don't be. You will lose thousands of viewers, hundreds if you stop talking. So unfortunately, streaming is about balancing what you want to do as far as, you know, your own personal enjoyment goes and what the audience want as well. And by focusing one of them too much, you burn yourself out far too quickly. Holly says, in your experience, Final Fantasy players are very precious about the story. Any MMORPG player who prioritizes the MMORPG's impact on their life over anything else is emotionally invested to it, to the point where they no longer see the game as a game, they see the game as a culture, a personality. They see it as a replacement. And unfortunately, it's not just FF14, it's not just WoW, it's anyone. MMORPGs are exceptionally well designed to be used as replacements for anything that's missing in your life. Now, I'm not saying anyone that plays an MMO is doing that. I'm saying that there are many people out there who are lacking social opportunities, who are lacking socializing opportunities, and they replace those moments with MMORPGs. They are a digital third space. They replace the library. They replace other places. And unfortunately, that means that you do occasionally end up hanging out with and spending time with people who have... What's the best way to phrase this? There are a lot of people online who have gone through their formative social years through an online lens, and they have grown into the people they are based on interactions they've had online. And unfortunately, MMORPGs are perfectly poised to not encourage them to ever need to leave. So when people say FF14 players get uptight about the story and WoW players get a bit uptight about you playing your class correctly, I have had to go on a bit of a hiding and blocking spree because I was getting Discord messages, Instagram messages, Twitter messages, and just good old-fashioned emails from people who were convinced I was deliberately throwing raids in WoW, and that is not just against the game, but actually actively offensive. And there are people who message me saying that because I hadn't got my job crystal in Final Fantasy XIV, I hadn't upgraded from Archer to Bard, they were not only going to hunt me down in the game and kill me and harass me, but also contact Square Enix and get me banned because I was damaging the player base. It is a video game, it is pixels, but this is an online world. And there are some people who live in this world more than the real world. To them, this is the real world. And it's easy to say, oh, those people are just trolls, those people are just bots. These games are designed to be able to replace everything outside them. And if you don't play them in the way that the hardcore player base think you should play them, you can upset some people who, quite frankly, have very little else going on in their life. Have I finished Armored Core 6? No, not yet. Still on the list of games to play. But that's why sometimes I take a step back from interacting with the player base. Paulo, you're okay. I take a step back from interacting with the player base as a whole because people can just be a little bit unhinged. Paulo, you're okay. And what I don't want to do is, I don't want to feel that I'm effectively acting as a childminder for people who are emotionally incapable. Does that make sense? I mean, consider this. Imagine if like 1% of people overreacted. That's still thousands of people. So yeah, just didn't fancy being an online caretaker. Love the games. I mean, again, guys, understand, most of the player base are totally cool. All right? Most of the player base are absolutely normal, fine, general people. They turn on the PC or the console, they play a video game for a bit, they turn it off, they go and do other stuff. They've got a varied life going on. The danger only happens when that life is not varied. How's the house move going? Slowly. Very slowly. What would I consider my favorite game which is not an MMORPG? You're going to have to really narrow the scope of that down, because is it favorite puzzle game? Is it favorite side scroller? Is it favorite first-person shooter? Favorite RPG? And I know it's a bit of a cop-out for me to say narrow it down, but there are so many things that do so many different things that I value. Gamer says, after watching a few of your VODs, I've noticed a lot of people try to tell you how to play, and some of them want you to have a better experience than they had in the early game. But like many parents trying to give their children a better life, they forget that you still need to have some life. People want to overcome friction for me because they think that if I experience friction, it will be a quit moment and I will not get the chance to really appreciate their favorite game. So they want to solve the problems for me so I don't fall to them, without understanding that it's in the solving of the problems that the connections are made. So everyone asks him how he is. Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you for asking, though. I mean, I think Expedition 33 is a phenomenally good game. What's my favorite bullet hell shooter? R-Type Delta on the PlayStation 1. Have I played Persona? No, I haven't. I know of them, but I've never played them. I'm aware of the Pathfinder games, but I've not played them. Games like Kingmaker or Wrath of the Righteous, I believe it's called. What was the first video game I ever played? Tekken 1. No, that's a lie. That was the first PlayStation 1 game. My granddad had an Amiga PC and then an Amstrad. And I think I played Castle Master on either the Amiga, the Amstrad, or the Atari. He had one of those. It was either Castle Master, or it was Grandad's Quest for the Holy Vest, or it was the original 8-bit Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Master System. Lemmings as well was one of them. But yeah, I think the earliest memory I have of sitting to play a video game was probably Castle Master. And then he had a game called Midnight Resistance, which I played, which was really good fun. I played Red Alert 2. Love Red Alert 2. One of the best games. I've got it on my PC, installed now. Kingmaker would have been a good stream game. I want to be able to stream more RPGs. The problem is that whenever I stream an RPG, people need to understand that what make RPGs interesting are choices. And whenever I make choices, I immediately get hundreds of messages based on why I should have made it, why I shouldn't have made it, what I've now accessed, what I've now locked myself out of, what people made, what people didn't make. Making choices is great. I love playing video games with choices in them, but every choice I make becomes interrogated by every viewer in relation to what they made, how they would have worked it, how it worked for them. I'm thinking, look, if you want me to make choices, you have to be able to let me fail at them. So unfortunately, playing RPGs on stream is always a challenge, because people who have played them before, I have extensive knowledge of them, just keep constantly telling me what to make. Just watched the stream video. Oh, thank you very much. Hope my mental health is doing okay. If it ever falls down, I've got Rayman 1 installed on the PC just in case. Just in case this needs to become a Rayman stream. If World of Warcraft gets a bit too much. The thing is, I like playing Warcraft with friends. I like playing World of Warcraft with the Union, and because obviously now I haven't been playing this character for a while, I'm down here at level 41, which means unfortunately above me is 44, 45, and then 57. So we've not got enough people to be able to do a guild dungeon run, which I think is a real shame. To be fair, it's Tuesday afternoon, everyone's at work. That's not a good excuse, okay? I'm here, why aren't they? They should quit. How come one of the... Hang on, Green and Blacks. How can one of the biggest Path of Exile 2 updates ever come out 2 days ago and you completely skip it and play this dog shit again for the 500th time? I thought you liked it. Green and Blacks, was that a really poorly timed joke, or are you just incredibly socially oblivious? I think you need to go back to the special class, which doesn't have me as a teacher. Fractal, PoE 2 is a fake game with fake choices. You can go and join them. I think I've just decided that I don't want to deal with idiots. After having lived and worked within the void that other people scream into, you know what? The echo chamber, it's sounding pretty appealing right now. There we go. Keep the chat whelming. Kick the idiots out. Is Burr a proper onomatopoeia for a Shadow Bolt? LifeWow, do you want to go and join them? I will turn this stream around and we will play Rayman. Do they do it for shock value? No, listener. People just do not understand how to socialize. Unfortunately, you're talking to often a group of people who have been raised online and have understood human interaction through divorced irony instead of earnest, genuine connection. And because of this, you end up with a subset of people who do not understand the etiquette of social interaction.